What is going on, everyone? So today I just wanted to make a video about building credit. So recently I got a new credit card. I have a Discover credit card, and I just wanted to talk about like kind of ideas for people to build credit when they're young, starting around 18. So in the US, it's kind of a big deal to have a good credit score. Not so much in Europe, as I just learned from my friend Dom, but basically it's pretty important to have a good credit score so that when you want to, take out a mortgage on a house or like do other payments or other stuff for like cars apparently and stuff, you can get lower rates if you have a really good credit score. So I just have some ideas wrote down. This video is going to be titled How to Build Credit as an 18-year-old. I know I'm probably pretty young to be thinking about building credit, but I think just starting earlier, like starting at 18, is probably just a better idea, because in the future, if I start earlier, I'll have more time to kind of build up that credit. So the first thing that I would suggest is to get a credit card that doesn't have a annual fee, obviously. So I have a Discover card and it has no annual fee. And the whole idea is that you're going to be able to build your credit without paying any money. Well, obviously you're going to have to spend money that like on items, but you're not going to have to pay for credit to build your credit. So don't pay for the card and don't pay interest. So the second thing is about interest. When you get a balance on your credit card and you start using it, make sure to pay it off as soon as you can. You actually don't need to like hold a balance on your credit card statement. You don't need to hold that balance in order to build credit. All it's doing is the more you have the balance, the longer you're gonna hold it. Therefore, it's gonna be closer and closer to when you're gonna have to pay interest or pay like fees if you don't pay on time. So just pay it off as quickly as you can. Even if you just did it, pay it off as quickly as you can. That's my second piece of advice. And my third piece is you don't need to spend a ton of money to build a good credit score. I just use my credit card not for the majority of the things that I buy, actually for some of the things. So like, for example, I pay for Apple Music, which is $5 a month. I put that on my credit card. Some other things I have on my credit card, my last statement, I pay for SoundCloud, like SoundCloud Pro, which is $16 per month. I pay for my Google Drive. I have 100 gigs of Google Drive, and that's $3 a month. And then finally there's an app that I use to do my laundry here. I have $20 on that for last month. So just kind of basic small things. You don't need to I don't even buy groceries with my credit card. I use Revolut for that, which is just basically, it's not a credit card, it's usually in debit, so money you already have. So I don't even use my credit card like kind of on a daily basis. I use it more on a monthly basis for monthly payments, which is something I'd suggest because you can kind of get into a rhythm of knowing what you have to pay monthly, and then it'll just come up on the same date each month. You can look at your credit card statement, and then you can pay it off each month. And then also, if you do that, you're not gonna have to look at your credit card statement like each week and worry about paying it off like every single day. You have to like look and stuff. Let's see what other advice I have. Start early, start when you're young. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, another thing is this has happened to me, I'm not gonna lie. When you have a credit card and knowing that you can buy something and then pay it off like in a month, it gets kind of tempting to see things that you want to buy, like clothes or something, and be like, oh, I don't actually have the money, but I'm gonna buy like a pair of shoes on my credit card, and then I'll pay back in a month when I have the money. And that's not a really good habit to get into, because if you don't have the money, then you're gonna get stuck in a situation where you don't have the money, and then you might actually have to pay interest, which is definitely not something that you're gonna want to do. Yeah, don't spend more money than you would if you just have a debit card. So like if you had your wallet with cash in it, don't spend more than you normally would just because you have a credit card and you can take advantage of buying a lot of stuff, because it gets kind of tricky when you have a credit card, because it feels like you're not even using money, because you're using money that you don't have. That's kind of the whole thing of a credit card, is every time you use it, you're technically spending money that you don't have, but then the money that you actually do have to pay it off, you're gonna have to pay it off in the future. So just make sure that you have enough, that what you're spending is in your budget. So yeah, I think I've covered about everything. I think I got my credit card about 6 or 7 months ago, and I think my starting FICO score was 600, I don't know, like 650 or 6 630. I don't know, probably 650. After just a little bit, like maybe half a year, 7 months, I'm at 750, which apparently is very good according to my Discover website. So exceptional is 800 to 850. So hopefully if you keep on paying your little things that you use your credit card for, you can get to a very good or even maybe exceptional credit when you're 19 or 20. I don't even know how long it's going to take for me to get to exceptional. Maybe like another 6 months, maybe a year or two, but it doesn't matter, because if you're using your credit card just kind of like on a minimal basis and paying it off, you're going to be able to get to those high credit scores, which will help you in the future, ultimately saving money. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about. And yeah, peace.